That's okay.
Sounds good, but I don't want
Because sometimes it messes with my stomach.
I got one water.
For me.
Move your glass, Angela. Yeah. I met. She's on my mind.
I don't know how to eat this.
Oh, hold on. I gotta get it up.
This
that a
is the
Catholic
Boston Public Library here.
Oh, that's the library. Wow.
Look like the
And here to
custom house
the right,
there when I was on Canal
this is
Street.
the
Yeah.
Trinity Church.
Made out of that brick.
Which church is that?
Trinity.
Is that a Catholic church?
It's a Catholic church, I believe, yes.
Charlotte, there's a Catholic church right here.
Well, I know they
I didn't even say where.
When you take a tunnel, you see they put all the brown tile here. That's mean you got the city above you. When you see the tile, it's changing color from brown to blue. The blue indicated you're underwater.
Tile
With the tile. Yeah. This is where the Boston Celtic, the TD Garden, and also the Bruin. Yeah, that's a home for Celtic.
Oh, that's
And
a team.
to the left here, you're looking over to that bridge. It's one of the larger wire cable bridge in the world. It's part of the big dig.
What happened? Have fun.
The river cruise? Yeah, we go back.
1 hour for this.
Now, in order for the Constitution to remain fully commissioned in the United States Navy, it must set to sea once a year, which it does July 4th every year. We towed out into Boston Harbor. It's a big event called Turnaround. Now, what they'll do, they'll shut the harbor down, and the fire boats and police boats escorted into the harbor. When they do, only the most important people in Boston will be allowed to go on board the Constitution when they take it out. They'll the mayor, the governor, the politicians, and myself. You also take it out for another reason. You should point away from the pier. We take it out next year, we'll spin it around, bring it back. This time we'll point it inward toward the pier. Leave it like that for a year. Anybody know why? Weather the ship evenly on both sides. The sun can only hit one side of the ship and his water will walk. 95% of the Constitution has been replaced. The original portion of the Constitution is the keel of the ship, very bottom. Sides of the ship are made of 18 to 24-inch Georgian oak, extremely strong wood. It got its nickname Old Ironside off the Battle of 1812 off tip of Nova Scotia against the HMS Guerriere. During the battle, the Guerriere fired a cannonball shot. One of the balls bounced off the sides, nicknamed Old Ironsides. Can anybody tell me who named that boat the Constitution? That would be George Washington.
George
Look at this. Come on! I mean, this is not an airport here. The little boat's coming in. I mean, where did he pick? What, did he just pick her up? Maybe she's from Chicago. Oh, that's cold. All right, well, let's get out of here. Enough of the love fest.
Somebody fell. A lady in the red, the people bending over by. Somebody just fell down. See all the people?
Roll the window down. Hey, a guy's taking a seizure over there in the park.
Yeah, somebody's
He's taking a seizure.
Yeah. Well, there they are. Yeah. That's all the lady. She's taking.
That's right there.
See it? See the lady's leg? Can't see him taking from.
Oh, yeah, I do know.
See off the corner, to the right of the tree on the
I
corner.
noticed the cop's really moving there.
You see her leg?
Take it easy, Bill. Don't run.
Yeah.
I'm sure that guy's gonna survive another 20 minutes. Come on, well, jeez. If it was Dunkin' Donuts, you'd be moving quicker.
They gotta finish that donut and coffee.
No, I'm sure he does, but the way he's moving, Lord, come on.
Come on. What are they doing?
He got the... Look at the photos that coming off. Some are coming off. No, that's in the line.
Ouch. You really say that. This is Commonwealth here on the Boston's World Trade Center. You can see the flags around the perimeter representing all the nations we do business with here in the Port of Boston. We do many trade shows in this building. This was also once where the transatlantic ocean liners would dock. Back in the heyday, Queen Mary and Queen Elizabeth would dock here. Back before those ships drew so much water, the harbor can't accommodate the deep water ships anymore. Boston Harbor is only about 46 feet, depending on the tide. So the cruise ship dock. Major transportation project in the history of the world. $22.2 billion. And if you're from the United States, I want to thank you all for your generous tax dollar contributions. Yes, we still have traffic. That marks the entrance to the Charles River, also named after King Charles. And you see the TV garden there, where the Celtics and the Bruins play. I'm looking off the Stern Road. Now off to the right, we have the historic north end of Boston. It decides to be an Italian neighborhood today. And we see that beautiful white steeple sits on top of Old North Church. Paul Revere had the sexton hang those two signals.
Out of them, each of them have a different character.
Yeah. He was yelling,
sometimes-
yelling at a motorcycle cop. Turn your lights on.
Turn the lights on.
Pulling away. I don't know if I'll be able to see anything through all this fog.
A little bit. No, I don't think so.
When I came out, there was so many people up in there. Oh, well, and she said, and so they said it's either 5 or 4, depends on, I said it's 4. So when I got off, there was a line of people coming down the hallway, all dressed up. I went, yeah.
But isn't there an indoor movie too?
But I really wanted to see them. I didn't want to be out with them.
Musical chairs.
Crafty people out here with all the crafts for your... On the left-hand side, we have Barber's General Store. It's an authentic general store that operated in the towns and villages of New Brunswick in the 1800s and the early 1900s. They have about 2,000 artifacts over there that would have been for sale in those days in a country store. We're now on Water Street.
Up and now it's pushing everything in reverse.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
So it's going in the opposite direction.
It's going that way.
So a good thing to watch at this time is for seals. Harbor seals like to come up because salt water and fresh water are mixing. So they got two. If you were a fisherman and you put your line down in the water with a bunch of hooks, you could get saltwater fish and freshwater fish. The two ancient waterfalls. One is on this side of the bridge right here, and the other is between the paper mill and those islands. I'm going to pass around another picture that'll show you. In fact, you can look on this to see the size of the whirlpool. Okay, you can get out and go to either end of the car and take a picture outside.
I want to ask you a question. What generation of the Irving family is still running?
Mr. Irving's sons.
So that's...
And then his grandsons have just started. Mr. Irving just passed away. Mrs. Irving's in her 90s. And so that's how, and then it goes down a little chute and it shoots out the end into those piles. No, it doesn't take long when it all comes out. Now we're so busy watching the truck that I have to tell you, on the other side, the land side, we are behind the Moosehead Brewery. And I think they should run out with a little sample. So don't you think that'd be nice? And actually, do you know how the Moosehead Brewery started? It was by a woman, Suzanne Olin. They lost the brewery. One son died. One son was injured, and the other son just took the money, gave up, and came to St. John and started his own little brewery here. He didn't have the heart to continue in Halifax any longer. So Moosehead beer is one of the staples here in St. John. So when you think
The remainder stay on board. We'll swing out of that parking lot and go back to the Long Wharf for your shipments. It's the best.
I heard somebody say Bobby, but I waved at Ruby.
Okay, let me take best friends, BFF.
No, BE, best enemy.
That's perfect, honey. Bobby, look this way.
Hey, Wayne. I didn't mean get out of...
Another picture here. You guys posing for a picture?
Florida, I went to the casino. And those old people, boy, they were.
Down the Amazon? San Francisco.
To the right is the first aid kit and the seat belt goes, you know. So anyway, we have the first aid kit. Underneath this lady's seat right here is a fire extinguisher. Surely to goodness we won't have to use any of that stuff. And I also have some little bags that they pass out on aircraft, you know, just in case. But please, please, use the bag. You know, because like I have to, wait a sec till I find it here. Yeah, I have to take one of these things and start going around with a spoon. So, I don't want to be doing that. Also, when we get off the bus, our tour consists of going up to Citadel Hill, going down along the waterfront, mind you, going up to Citadel Hill, and we have a 15-minute stop there. And then we go on from there, we go around the gardens and whatnot, and then we go to the Titanic Cemetery. We have a half-hour stop there. Then we carry on down through the university area and back to the pier. So we hope that you enjoy that tour, because you'll see some real nice homes, etc., things like that. And it's 2 hours from start to finish. And you're on bus number, just a minute, I don't see the sign on the front. 10. Bus number 10. So when you go up to the Citadel, folks, don't go inside. Please don't go inside, because we have a 15-minute stop there from the time we get off the bus until we get back on again. That's 15 minutes total. So we have to be out of there, because there's an old commissionaire up there, and if you stay too long, he starts rushing the bus off. So please do look who your seatmate is, make sure everybody's on board. I should have 10 empty seats. Rather than counting everything, if I count 10 empty seats, we're in business, because we got 40 on board. And we'll soon be living, folks. We'll see what the coordinators say here. We might leave a few minutes early, and then we'll get underway. To the right, you'll see that sailor statue right there, that bronze statue. The guy with his kit bag. They'd send a missile from South Carolina and blow it off the face of the earth. So they come up here, but Washington refused to help them out, and so we're still Canada.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing this evening? Ladies and gentlemen, did you meet your waiters so far? Yeah, everybody met your waiters? How about the assistant waiters? Alright. Now is the time to introduce those gentlemen who have been hiding behind the scenes. These wonderful people, they literally live under the shadows of the brilliance of the seas. We have, I'm talking about our cooks, chef and the galley personnel. On board the Brilliance of the Seas, ladies and gentlemen, we have 156 cooks, chefs and galley personnel, headed by... Yes, go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, I'll let you do that. Go ahead. The entire galley team comes under our Master of Culinary Arts, our award-winning executive chef, all the way from Australia, Chef Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, he is assisted by a gentleman who is executive sous chef in case the chef wants to take a break or he doesn't feel like working that day. So he's assisted by our executive sous chef, Chef Ramesh from India. Ladies and gentlemen, these two gentlemen are responsible for over 12,000 meals each and every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, Windjammer Cafe alone serves almost 9,000 meals, which is breakfast, lunch, evenings, tea time, and of course your dinner. The Windjammer, the most busiest place on the planet, headed by the Windjammer chef, Chef Theo from Trinidad and Tobago. Sorry, Deck number 4 galley, one of the very busiest galley. It's headed by a chef who is also in charge of all the production. Chef Inder, also from India. Ladies and gentlemen, on board the beautiful Brilliance of the Seas, we have 876 healthy and happy crew. To make all those crew happy and healthy, we have a dedicated chef all the way from Manila, Philippines, Chef Joel. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned to you the other night, you met your waiters, assistant waiters and head waiters, but there's one gentleman who is in charge of all the restaurants on board the ship. Izumi, Chops Grill, Giovanni's Table, Chef's Table, Park Cafe, Windjammer Cafe, and of course, room service and the dining rooms. Our restaurant operation manager all the way from Istanbul, Turkey, Mr. Alpa. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not want to say bye to you tomorrow. That's one of the reasons we're having this wonderful get-together at the parade. Okay, so because it's going to be a very, very sad moment for me, I'm sure for you also. When you came on board this beautiful Brilliance of the Seas on the 29th of September, you came as strangers, yes? But on 6th of October, when you will be leaving us, you will be leaving us as our friends, ladies and gentlemen. You have made a great impact in our hearts. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow you'll be getting a guest satisfaction survey. All of us wearing these burgundy jackets as head waiters, these restaurant operation managers, chefs. Most of us, we started our career in an entry level, like cooks, like assistant waiters, and we grew up the ladder. Okay, tomorrow you'll be getting a guest satisfaction survey, and you will please kindly help us to fill up this guest satisfaction survey and give your honest opinion. It will be greatly, greatly appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Now this wonderful and dedicated team will not let you leave this dining room without singing a very own special favorite song, Hands Across the Sea.
Hey, look us over, what do you see? Those who are grateful you joined the family. Give us a moment, we've something to say. We'll miss your smiling faces that we welcome every day. And may we say, it's our pleasure to serve you at sea. We'll take advantage of this opportunity. We hope to make your cruise a carefree escapade. Here's to all the friends we made.
cooks and chefs.